How do we recognize a Brahmgyani? And we learn that Brahmgyani ki gat Brahmgyani janne. Whatever we don't know ourselves, how can we measure someone by that? Maharaj says that you can't do katha of a Brahmgyani. But we can rely on the testimony of others is one way. At the time when Sant Sundar Singh Ji, Bhindrawale, who were the original Mahapurakh that came from the pind of Bhindran in the last 100 years, and as some may know, dedicated their life to teaching Gurbani Santhya and the arth, the meanings of Gurbani, as had been in existence since the times of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. At a very young age, I think maybe 38, when they left their body, they passed on that seva to Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji Khalsa, who then became known as Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji Khalsa Bhindrawale. And they left their body in Boparama Pind, where there's a Taksal today, and Boparai is right next to Rakba. They're right next to one another. When one of the students asked Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji that Sant Sundar Singh Ji were recognized as a Brahmgyani, and if you want to know what a Brahmgyani is, go home today and read the explanation, the line by line translation that Guru Sahib gives in the Ashtapadi dedicated to the Brahmgyani. Sant Sundar Singh Ji student said to Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji that, but the Mahapurkh have gone, that Sant Sundar Singh Ji has left. Is there a Brahmgyani whose darshan I can have? Because I'm missing them dearly. And Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji, who from a young age had spent time with the Nihang Singhs at the time of Baba Sahib Singh Kalatari, said there's a Baba Mitt Singh Ji at Hajur Sahib. And so they went to see him. The bhajan that Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji and Baba Mitt Singh Ji had are recorded again in the writings of Gyani Gurpal Singh Ji. And one of the things that when you read it is beautiful to see is the love and respect that the Gursikhs had for one another. Where Gyani Gurpal Singh as a Nihang Singh as a student of Baba Mitt Singh Ji refers to Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji of the Taksal as Sant Maharaj Ji. That as Gursikhs and as Gurmukhs there is a great respect for one another. And when Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji and Baba Mitt Singh Ji, jadon doa Mahapurkhan de bhajan bilas karan da sama aaya, they had time to speak. Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji asked Baba Mitt Singh Ji because Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji had a huge seva placed on their lap, a massive seva placed on their lap. And when you're in charge of leading, of responsible, being told that the teachings of Guru Gobind Singh Ji you're going to disseminate, there's very few people that you can go to then for help or guidance, who are your senior, who that you respect. As they went to Baba Mitt Singh Ji, they asked Baba Mitt Singh Ji about Brahmgyan. Because this thing is Brahmgyan. Brahm means God or the Divine Being in a form that is transcendental. It means in a form that has no form, or in a form that exists beyond the physical world and this mind. That's Brahm. Probably every religion that speaks of God being omnipresent or being all-loving, being benevolent, there's two other commonalities to that they largely agree that there's part of this thing, God, which is beyond our ability to understand it and is contained within itself. In the English language, they may call that the transcendental divine. In Gurmukhi or in Sanskrit and these languages, it has always been known as Brahm. A Brahmgyani is one who becomes one with that. A Brahmgyani is one who becomes one with Brahm. And Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji asked Baba Mitt Singh Ji that in the Granths, if one studies, there are 7 stages, Bhumika, of Brahmgyan. There is one stage where one maybe develops Vivek, the understanding between what is right and wrong, what will take me to God and away from God, where one develops a control of the senses so that they have control of their body. One develops control of the mind. And there are these stages that are grouped in 7 Bhumika. And Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji asked Baba Mitt Singh Ji that, tell me of these Bhumika, tell me of these stages. Baba Mitt Singh Ji said, I am uneducated. You come to the wrong person with your questions. I have not studied those granths. I have not read those granths. I have simply been trying to follow the teachings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And these layers that we sometimes think of or speak of, Babaji said, and they used the example of an onion, that is, sometimes we think of which layer of the onion have I peeled back with. Baba Mitt Singh said, there is only the onion left. There is a oneness of everything that exists. There is no difference in that and this, and it is just simply experiencing that reality that I have obtained through practicing the teachings of the Guru. I know nothing of any other stages in between. Gurmati Dara, all of the things in yoga, all of the things in being a Pandit, all of the things in being a Siddh, all of these spiritual states Maharaj gives to the Gurmukh. You only have to read Gurbani and see what gifts and blessings the Guru makes accessible to the Gurmukhs. But living like that is difficult because you live in Maya. In Maya it is easy to become entangled. So the Brahmgyani keeps Maya at an arm's distance.